Okay, this is the situation with the maple trees in the front. They're really big and they've got a lot of dead branches, that have to be taken out. And they're very low, so they get in the way when I'm trying to mow the lawn. And here is the river birch that is in the way of the electric lines. And here's what they look like from the road. There's the ginkgo tree, and they're pretty high. So I want to get them cut back. And then there's a big portion of the lawn that used to be garden that I'm converting to lawn. I pulled the gardens back and replanted everything on this side right here of the front of the house. And I'm getting the stumps taken out, getting all this put into lawn. I pulled the north gardens back and put liriope in there, and I'm allowing a few bushes, but I'm gonna have to keep them back. Then I've got this oak tree that's very high, up there, and full of dead branches and kind of scraggly looking. So I'm going to have that worked on. And then the maple tree behind it, the one that was struck by lightning, it has to be taken care of. And there's the tree behind the 3-car that I'm going to have removed. And that's a big job. And this maple at one time was struck by lightning, and my father received an insurance claim on it to cost of getting it removed, but he kept it and kept the money. And the result is it's a hollowed out situation. It's very hollowed out. You can see, you can put your hand in there, all the way in there. And so that tree eventually will probably give me trouble. But I like it. It's a shade tree. There's my mother's tree she planted, but it's okay. It doesn't need any help. Then behind us here are the two 80-footers, the two 80-foot maples. And they've got a lot of dead branches too. And this tree keeps dropping crap on the ground. And it's heavy crap, so 50-pound limbs could kill somebody. So I hate even walking under it. And you see in the back there, that's that maple that's got to be taken out. I never dreamed maples got this big. I'm also having the 2 birdhouses taken out. Those 2. And I'm getting this stump. This used to be the lilac tree, or bush, but it's a big stump. And as you can see, it's an old bush. And I have 2 two stumps that have to come out. They used to be fire bushes. And I hit them every time I mow. Not good for the mower. So they're coming out. And here's that one maple. And it's a big one. Ooh. And I'm having the brush pile cleaned up. And I'm having the wood pile taken down, taken all out, chipped away. And this is that tree that I'm going to have taken down. And as you can see, it's over the roof and causing all sorts of moisture problems on the roof. And it's a big stump. So they're going to take this stump out, believe it or not, to the cost of, I think it was $300. And here's the wood pile that's got to get going. And here's the 380 footers in one shot. And then on the other side here, behind the house, there used to be a holly tree. Hi, Red. And this holly tree left a stump that I want to be able to mow down here. And I can't with this stump. So that stump's being taken out. And also this stump, which used to be a hemlock tree. And then my beautiful ginkgo that doesn't need any help at all. This is the vegetable garden. Composting area. And my raised vegetable garden that I love so much and feeds me so well. And my new little fig tree. Well, it's actually a fig bush, and it's supposed to produce early in the season so that I have a chance to eat them. And so here's the maples from the side. You can see they're pretty big, and they're way low and just impinging on the house. You can see where it's impinging on the house. Here's the front gardens. I'm keeping them pretty much as is, making little changes here and there. And let's go back to the west gardens at the back of the house. Here's the trees as they're over the 3-car that they will be gone. That one will be gone on the left. And in the back of the house, this garden is doing okay. I have the rhododendrons cut back. I just did that yesterday. And then I have a lilac tree and a butterfly bush that gives me lovely butterflies while I sit on the porch. And a lace-capped hydrangea, and my red azalea collection here. It makes a brilliant red every year. And let's check out the back. The bank was a big project. It goes all wraps all around Woodview and parts of Guernsey. And I call it Little Longwood. Down to that telephone pole is all sun lilies. And then I just planted this area with liriope and stuff that I got from the front garden that I'm redoing into lawn. Here's my bottle brush buckeye. It's doing well. And my spirea. There's a pink spirea down there. And the bridal veil bushy thing. Here's another spirea, another pink. It isn't doing as good, so I guess, but it's producing babies, so I guess it'll replicate itself. And here's another spirea, but I love this color a lot better. And a lot of things are going to be blooming soon. I'll have to retake the pictures. Another spirea down by the road there. These are hydrangea bushes. They're the cone type. And a lilac. And another hydrangea here. I pruned them severely recently to get the bank back in shape. And another forsythia. And this is that tree, I forget what it's called, Ichthyus something. Looks like bluebells. Blueberry shaped flowers. And here's a begonia, 2 begonias. And this is a bush of some sort, I forget what kind it is. And lots of lilies getting ready to burst open. Another spirea. And here is a begonia I just planted that I transferred from the one garden. And another begonia right there, just put in that. Here's another lilac and another spirea, which is a beautiful, beautiful color. Just love this color. And some kind of bush that I think it was supposed to be a winterberry bush, but it never really, it's got berries on it this time though, but I don't know, maybe the birds take them off. It never gets that red berry decor. And here's the corner. Another spirea. And one of my favorite bushes, I forget what they are called, but it flowers in the spring very beautifully. And I think this is the berry bush male. I don't know. More begonias. And another bridal veil dealy. And another clump of sun lilies. And my dangerous corner that I have to garden is a real killer. So as I walk around, hopefully I won't get hit by a car. Planted this all myself. It took about 2 seasons. And you can see You can see the trees from this angle. You can see how that one tree has to be trimmed of that big old branch coming up that the power line people left. And the rest of the bank. When this gets in bloom with all those lilies and all the hosta, it's going to be phenomenal. And you can see a lot of dead branches up in that tree that need taken out. And this patch right here needs a little work, but I'll do that in the fall. And there's Redbed. Hey, Red. And you can see the tree lines here. And the crows keep me company when I do the work here. And this will be all flowers pretty soon. Yeah, that spirea is having trouble, but I think it made babies below it. So hopefully. And that bottle brush. And this is the area I just planted. Looking like it might take very nicely. I put little baby spireas in there. You can see it right there. These forsythia take over. And here's all the lilies I planted. Oh yes, took me a while to plant all those lilies. There's Mom's tree, way high up there. And I'll have to take another movie when all this is in bloom. And here's those trees that I'm having worked on. And I'm gonna take gotta get up the bank. Take a picture of the after. Here's a tree Susan gave me, a pine tree in a little tiny, I think it was like 6 inches long when I did it, when I planted it, back of the house. And let's back off and take a picture of the back. That is one big tree back behind the 3-car. It's gonna look interesting. Ooh, I had to walk a ways to get the whole tree line. Holy schmoly. Taking it into the sun, which is starting to come out. There's that big sucker I'm going to have taken out. I think that's $1,300 to take the tree out and $300 to take the stump out. Lots of money. And that's the property. And pretty soon I'll be able to mow without as many obstructions with the stumps and the birdhouses going. The birdhouses were getting too old to house birds. The birds had opened up the holes to get in, and now they would need a new birdhouse. So I'm just not gonna do that. As I get older, I want it to be easier to mow. There's the bank. The beautiful house. The garage. And the mess. Bye-bye.